You had just carried the coffin of the father of Ireena, Kolyana, and Ismar Kolyana. You found the priest of Donovich, a weary, older, but very faithful man, praying. And you carried them back and regrouped, at least, let's just say, for this sake, just outside the church. The screaming, the yelling, they have stopped for now. But Solaris, very, very faintly, at the edge of your hearing, faint sobbing is echoing out of the church.
Do you mean like they're coming from outside of the church, or
coming from inside?
Okay.
And you're just at the front door, kind of discussing there. You can all head inside if you'd like, but you do hear it faintly. Solaris specifically. There's a faint drizzle in the air. It's cold. 40 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the party doing?
I wonder if Solaris is there. Oh, he is.
Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He was there, now he's gone.
Yep.
No, he's here.
Nope, I'm here. I'm going to be on mute because I don't know if you want to hear my baby screaming. So
It's a fair point.
You heard stuff. Do you tell us about it?
Before I do that, can I just investigate it a little bit more?
Roll me a perception check. $10. You can assume that is this is coming from the same source of the man that was screaming beforehand. It is the faint sobbing of him.
So I'll point everybody in that direction.
Dro's gonna look and be like, "Oh, great! Somebody's crying now. There was somebody screaming before. God damn it! It's always got to be something."
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
And then Tetra stabs him with a short sword.
out of character question, just real quick. If I want to know the attack of my weapons, is there a certain way to look into that? Because I thought if I clicked on it,
go to your inventory, click on the name, not the icon, and it gives you all the details.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay. The Ireena and Ismark are still digging the hole, as is tradition to do so. It'll take a little bit of time, and then the actual ceremony will begin.
Well, do you guys want to get out of this rain? I mean, honestly, I don't feel like taking a bath right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun will
That would
head
be
in.
best.
Yeah, I'll head in. I think we'll all head in, I imagine so.
Before you all head in, everyone, roll me a perception check.
Oh.
Okay.
Perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Yes.
Perception.
Oh, not that great on my end.
Wow.
5.
You've got eyes from Solaris. Okay, fair enough. It's a high DC. Fog seems to be less so around this churchyard. It seems to drift slowly around it. Less. You can see a little bit further here. Solaris. Outside of the graveyard fence, about 70 feet back, you see a figure, a tall, hooded figure, walk up and put his back to a tree and seems to be watching whatever this burial or ceremony that is taking place inside the graveyard. He does not move forward, and he's a very good distance away, and it would take a very perceptive individual to see, which you are.
Do I notice that he's trying to be stealthy, or he's just blatantly leaning up against a tree?
He's not like crouched and like proning through the grass or anything. He blatantly walked up and is just and if he was trying to be stealthy, he didn't think anyone would see him from this distance with the fog.
Do I feel like he's noticed that I've noticed him?
No.
So I'm just gonna casually walk over to Drow with my back turned towards this individual and kind of whisper to him, "Don't look now, but behind me, there's somebody staring at us at the tree line." And I'm gonna slowly, like, just kind of like stretch, like if I'm just, doing nothing, and then walk over to Nira, say the same thing, and then knowing that she can telepathically let everybody know. That should
And
be good.
she will absolutely do that.
The party is aware.
Ronnie will kind of glance back, but not really.
Dro will,
His son,
Dro will kind of whisper in Solaris's direction, be like, "Well, what do you want me to like keep an eye on him, or I forget. Was this guy outside? Oh yeah, he is leaning up against the
Yeah,
tree.
he's outside.
He's 70 feet from
70
the fence of the graveyard. So he's a good distance away.
Yeah,
Should
he'll
we
ask,
go and-
like, you want me to just keep an eye on him out here, or...
We can either watch him to see if he does anything, or we can confront him or react. Those are our only real options.
Let's say I think it would be best if one or two of us were to stay out and keep an eye on him.
Dibs. Oh, wait, no. I
I have a thought. Theron, divine sense.
Ooh.
What's the range on divine sense?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me.
60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah, I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able
Well,
to sense him from here, would I?
You'd have to move
Well-
10 feet.
No.
doing,
He's 70 feet away from the fence. He's much further away from you.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to sense him from here.
he's
Wait,
probably
it's 50 feet?
120 feet away.
He's a good 150, 160 feet away.
Never mind. That'll work. Okay.
He's 70
Yeah.
feet from the fence.
freaking
Yes.
eagle eye, Solaris.
Yeah, no shit. Good job.
Yeah,
DC 20.
Indeed.
indeed. Jeez.
Stupid
He's also the wise one, so yeah. Tends to happen.
already.
So he's how far away?
150 feet.
150 feet. 150 feet.
I can't
Give
even
me one
throw a javelin that far.
I mean, if I walk 30 feet towards him, I could cast message. Just think on that.
Hey. And his ears.
I
This is
we
You.
okay. How about Dro and Nira stay and keep an eye on him. If he moves towards anyone, then Nira, you do your thing.
That sounds like a
Okay.
good idea.
What's out front of the church?
The very front of the church. So the graveyard is at the back of the church, and the front of the church is just a road leading to the church.
Shit. So there's nothing. Is there anything around that Nira could pretend to be
Dogs,
interested in?
A gravestone.
There are gravestones.
Yeah, there's gravestones. You're in a graveyard.
I thought the graveyard was in the back.
You're what you're at because you carried it out there.
Okay, so she's gonna slowly start going amongst the gravestones and taking a look at them. And she'll actually look at them, but she's also just doing it to slowly go 30 feet closer.
Okay. Roll me a deception check at advantage. Sure. Okay. All right. you seem pretty interested in this. Sometimes you're even like, oh, that is an interesting name. That man had his legs torn off by a bear trap. Oh, that man had his arms torn off by a wolf. You know, there's all these kind of horrific deaths. You see like 2 gravestones that say like died peacefully in his sleep, but that's about it.
She'll look up and turn to Dro. I'm seeing a lot of animal deaths.
Well, wait.
And then half of them are died. Just says
Seriously.
Mysterious circumstances.
mysterious circumstances. Yes, they don't know what they died of.
Wow, this place is just lovely, isn't it?
Do I find anything of interest amongst them other than that? Like, should I roll investigation?
No, you don't. There's no
Okay.
no
That's fine.
hidden rings or anything.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a ring, but yeah, sure. In any case,
No hidden dungeons.
okay.
But you do kind of edge your way a little closer. You're within. You're a little closer to this figure.
Okay. I will hold position.
Tro might move forward just a little bit, but not maybe like 10 feet, and he's just kind of looking around, perusing with his arms crossed, and not finding too much interest in this. He's definitely going for the same game here, but he's not going to move as much forward. He might respond to Nira and be like, "Is there any that died from prostitution? How do I say it? Prostitucide?"
DM, is there?
No.
Are there any that say syphilis?
No. No. There's not.
What a damn shame.
I snap my yeah. What a damn shame. Snap the fingers.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. So the 2 of you are outside. The rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
Strahd is just going to look around and kind of curiously.
Isan is going to make a minor show of shaking off due to the light drizzle and not enjoying it, and disappear in through the doors and kind of wave for the others who aren't wandering about being performative to come inside.
Okay.
Is there some sort of fireplace? Or
Not inside the church, no.
No.
There are a large number of candles and at the far side of the church, though. It's a little warmer here because there's easily 100 lit candles inside of here, though.
Yeah, Strahd is going to kind of like move over that way, hoping it can get her a little bit warmer. Because she hates this climate.
Are the windows stained glass or not stained glass?
There's only one stained glass window. It's towards the back, and it is of a morning sun rising over a distant mountains.
Okay, but there are windows that would be you could look out into the graveyard from.
Not really.
Not really. Just the
Stained
door
glasses
frame?
are pretty not see through.
Yeah, no, they're translucent, not transparent. But
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was other windows beyond that looked over the graveyard, and if not, then he's going to.
There's not. There's towers up above, but as you do enter, everyone who does, you hear the please, faint, crying and begging from below.
Hassan, what is that?
Did he get muted?
It sounds
Yes.
It's sorry, I was coughing a moment ago, so
you're
I
good.
forgot to unmute. But it sounds like somebody is as fed up with this land as you have already become, possibly more. I would investigate further, but I have concern over what our companions are seeing out there, and I'm
It almost sounds like they buried somebody underneath the church or something. Where's the voice coming from?
There's probably a catacomb below.
The voices are coming from. They're fairly loud, and they're coming from one side door. But are, and it's obvious that you could track to where the voices are coming from.
I don't like this at all, Hassan.
Yeah. This land definitely feels like it wants to take a bite out of us. We're going to have to be on our best behavior and on our guard here, young lady. But I don't like the look of that mysterious stranger keeping an eye on things from afar there. And I don't want to abandon our allies to an ambush if I can avoid it. Ignore it. Don't respond to it, and hopefully it won't get any worse. And we can go from there. I assume Tenkai and Solaris joined us inside the church.
Yeah, I suppose our biggest problem is whoever is spying on us, so I agree.
Yeah.
And then,
If we don't move around too much, hopefully whoever's in the basement won't get any louder. And perhaps once the ceremony is complete, we may be able to learn more of what's on there. But my dream leaves me with a sense of shame and fear regarding what's below. So I'm not that eager to go down there undermanned.
as you say that, you hear, "Hello? Is that you, Father? Are you back? Please let me out. Please. I'm so hungry. Why don't you talk to me?"
You just see. Oh, go ahead.
Is that multiple footsteps I hear? Hello? Hello? And the sobbing continues.
You just see Titradia look at Hassan like awkwardly, like not
Hassan
knowing
will
what
put
to
a
do.
finger to his lips.
Titradia will nod.
If Solaris and Theron are close or very close to the church or inside the church, they hear that.
From what I remember, this is a private ceremony between the brother and sister, right?
At least the burial is. The digging of the grave, and then the actual ceremony where the priest would say a few words, bless and sanctify this, etc., etc.
Where are they now? They're just right now. They're digging.
They're digging. The two of them, by custom, are the only ones allowed to dig the grave.
So I'm just gonna follow the. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna follow the sound of this person crying.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
yes,
Theron's going to follow as well.
Okay. You open up a side door because you can hear the echoes. It's fairly easy to track down. And inside of here seems to be a number of holy symbols. There was a in the corner. This probably is the priest Donovich's room, or at least where he sleeps. It's decently clean. There's a straw bed off of one side. Definitely not where he eats, but there's a few personal effects inside of here. But at the corner of the room, echoing through a trap door, is the voice. The trap door has 5 heavy padlocks on it. The lip of it is encased in heavy mortared stone. 6 large 2-inch diameter iron bars are emblazoned along the trap door, and they are slightly bent. Like a great force was able to slowly bend portions of it but no further than these heavy, thick steel bars anymore. The wood, the actual trapdoor was made out of heavy wood bound in iron, with the 5 padlocks encasing a number of bolts all across it. This thing is meant to withstand an incredible amount of force.
Aaron is feeling a little suspicious, so he's going to use Divine Sense.
There's an undead a little bit further down the trapdoor.
He's gonna whisper to Solaris, "There's an undead in there."
I vaguely feel like that seems right.
Hello? That's not my father?
I'm just gonna
Who are you?
I'm gonna say hello.
What are you doing here? How did you get in here?
We walked through a door.
Let me out. Let me out. Is my father okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, good. Please. Please, let me out. Please. Please. I haven't eaten in so long.
What would you like to eat? I have some rations. Maybe I can slip him through or something.
I've been in here for 10 years. I can't take it anymore. Please. Let me out. Let me out, please.
I'll come back. Promise. And then we're gonna be like, okay, we'll look at there, and I don't think we should really tamper with that until everybody's free.
Aaron will give a nod in agreement.
Okay.
From the doorway to the graveyard, can Hassan see the guy in the trees?
Pointed out, yeah, you can make him. It's a silhouette.
Okay. Does he appear to be more focused on everyone, or does he seem to be following what's happening more with the burial than anything else?
He's more intrigued in the burial, definitely.
Okay. Hassan would like to see if he can sneak out and along the back of the church in his direction.
You're making your way in a roundabout way to approach the figure?
Yeah.
Roll me a stealth check.
He was
13.
ready.
Okay. 13. So, go about this fairly stealthily for a man, and with your weapons and materials and armor. You sneak outside the back, kind of duck under the iron fence instead of jump over it, and dip a little bit further away into the mists. And you approach. And you approach.
Not
And
looking to
approach.
get too close. Just
How close? Give me a feet.
about 60 feet.
Okay. Gotcha. You get within 60 feet of whatever this is. It is a tall figure. Heavily cloaked. Arms crossed. It seems to be staring at the burial site. And it didn't seem to lower its head, almost as if in prayer. What are you doing?
Cloaks up and everything, so there's no way for me to make out any racial features or anything.
No.
I'm going to kind of hold my position then.
Hold your position. Okay, stay there. Then I'm going to ask: is everyone going to be waiting for the ceremony to start or end at this point, or does someone else want to do something specifically?
I mean, I'd probably just be waiting myself.
Yeah, Tetrati is just.
Well, we're still out front, aren't we?
Yeah, we're still out
You're
there, kind of.
You're in the
watching.
graveyard.
I think isn't Tetradia the only one still in the building? Because Asan went outside, right?
You're with Solaris and Tenkai still.
Okay. Yeah, she's still warming up near the candles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Theron's going to be waiting.
So, yep, you guys are waiting then, from what it sounds like. Okay. You wait. They dig the graves. They flip up. Dodovich, his knees not being what they used to be, he's kind of sat down, brought out a little bit of a stool and sat down, overwatching them as this is his right. As they get up, he has a brief conversation with Eastmark and Ireena. Big smile on his face, yet mournful at the same time. Shakes both of their hands and then hugs each of them inside there, patting them on the back, and has a brief conversation with them. Takes a step back, seems to gather himself, pulls out a censer, and lights a chained censer, swinging it through the air above the grave. And as it happens, he flips open a book and he is going to start speaking something. What languages does everyone understand?
Good question. What languages do I understand?
It's definitely not, Elvish, Common, Dwarvish.
Well, I'm already out.
If you have
And then
anything,
I think we
exotic.
can't hear, right?
I know Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
There was a Common, Elvish, Sylvan. Okay.
Common and halfling for Asan.
I believe
Wait,
Tetradia knows
no.
Goblin, and I think maybe Elvish.
I think mine is Celestial and Abyssal and Draconic.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you want ours too?
Yes, if you could.
Okay, so Common, Elven, Deep Speech, and Celestial.
And Strahd?
Oh, mine was just Common and Elvish. I already struck out.
Okay. Who spoke Sylvan?
I believe Tetradia.
I did.
but I'd have to
Aaron.
look.
No, yeah, Theron speaks Sylvan.
Sylvan.
I did.
Okay.
I thought you meant Elven. Sorry.
If you speak Sylvan, you don't recognize the language, and he's speaking with his orator voice, his, speaking to the flock voice. It is deep, slightly bellowous inside there, and it seems to be planned. Like he said this many times. You catch faint ringing sounds that almost sound like Sylvan, but you can't make out the name of it or what he was saying. It was similar to Sylvan, though. He speaks a little bit on this, closes the book, and the coffin, the wooden coffin, faintly shifts. And as it's laid next to the grave yard itself, It slowly starts to fall. It's perfectly evenly, directly into the dug grave. The earth seems to slowly envelop it over the course of 5 minutes. As the three of them just stare at it. Not surprised, but just watching. Asan. When this happens, the figure's head dips further. And he lifts off the tree and clasps his hands together in front of him. And almost a sign of respect. Of admiration. And when the coffin is fully enveloped by earth, he turns and simply starts walking quickly away.
Aslan will attempt to follow to a short distance, not too far.
Okay. He's moving quickly. It's up there. You follow a short distance, stop. He keeps going until the fog envelops him entirely. Which is what it's apt to do.
Yep. Upon confirming the fog enveloping him completely, Aslan will return to everybody.
Okay.
Make a point of coming from the direction the guy was standing in.
You do so. The ceremony is complete. Ireena, Ismark have a fond farewell with Father Donovich, and they return to Niramore and Dro. Ireena pipes up. Ah, that is so much better that it is finally complete. Thank you very much for helping us carry his coffin here. I couldn't have done it without you. And the rest of your companions.
If that's what you want to call him, yeah. Yeah, not a problem. Did you see that guy out there?
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
Be careful. Don't give it away.
Give what away?
I don't look.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, never mind.
Right. Well, did my Ismark is a little red-eyed at this point, and he's a little bit further away, and it seems like he's trying to regain a little bit of his composure. Did my brother already paid you? He's forgetful at times.
Did we get paid for anything?
I don't believe we did.
Absolutely.
Nope.
No.
Well, I am prepared to go. If you are still interested in that little harebrained scheme he had and stuff, that we should return home and grab the map and get you paid, and we'll be on our way.
I'll look over at Mira.
Very quickly, Theron is going to go talk to Father Donovan.
There. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on for just a second. See you there.
No.
Does that sound agreeable? Okay. All right. And
Is the person we've been watching out front doing anything?
he is gone now.
Okay, he is gone now.
Gone.
He is gone. I followed him for a bit until he disappeared into the mists and then rejoined.
I wasn't sure if that was the
came
same
from where
person
he
or not
was
because
and
I was
rejoined us.
distracted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I'll definitely go back over to where Dro and them are. I'm actually going to go up to, if I can, I want to have Nira go up to Ismark.
Okay. Ismark definitely doesn't seem as composed as Ireena. He's kind of off in the corner, kind of pacing back and forth, clutching and reclutching his sword at the side, kind of wiping his eyes a little bit, and stops, kind of turns his back to you for a second, and then as he turns back around, he's just got a a confident smile on his face. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for bringing us out here. Greatly appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you.
You don't have to do that with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hand him she'll pull out a white, handkerchief type thing and hand it to him. You gonna be okay?
Honestly, I don't know. I've was not expecting to be in this position for another 10 years. He does take the handkerchief, nods a little bit, wipes his eyes down a little bit inside there, folds it, and hands it back to you. Much appreciated. And yes, I must put on let's say a brave face for the town. Got big shoes to fill. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I just have a lot of work to do.
Indeed. She'll give him a little pat on the arm and say, "Oh, I'll leave you alone for a moment then." And she'll go back towards Ireena and Dro and the rest of them.
Okay, gotcha. Theron.
Yes.
You are approaching Donovich, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Donovich, as of right now, is taking out a set of what appears to be some type of red, black, and then silver powder, and slowly sprinkling it over the grave, muttering a few things under his breath. As you approach, he holds up, he continues doing what he's doing until he finishes, turns to you with a slow smile. Ah! You are Theron, correct?
Yes. Father Donovich, may I talk with you about a matter that I think needs your attention? Although you may already be aware of it. Did you know that there is an undead in your church?
The smile freezes on his face. You don't think I don't know that?
Of course, I'm not
What you
accusing
speak
you
of
anything.
is my son. Of course, I know that.
Um, is there... How do I put this? What happened to your son?
Well, only a persuasion check.
It's 5. That is a 23.
Oh man.
You see a glint of anger cross his eyes, and then he slowly closes his eyes. I know you mean well. You seem like a good sort, truly. And if you truly want to know, though it is painful to remember, I can tell you. He was a young man who made a mistake in the foolhardiness of his youth. And maybe this will assist you in not following in his footsteps. In his youth, he wanted comfort, gold, money, power. He wanted something more with his life other than following the Morning Lord. But he went about it Oh, so wrong. He went to the devil. He went to Strahd. And he stayed with him for a year. And then when he was bored of him, he let him go. And he came back to his father. He came back and begged me to lock him up so he would not hurt anybody. And I've been praying to the Morning Lord for 10 years to release him of this affliction. He has not hurt anybody. He's a good man. He is my boy. But I must not be faithful enough. I must lack the conviction because the Morning Lord has not seen to help him. Yet I have hope. I just need to pray further. I cannot lose hope about that.
I am very, very sorry to hear about that. I will see if along my travels I can find a way to help him. Because I have taken up an oath that I should help those in despair. And you and him appear to be in despair. So I will do everything in my power to help you.
Ooh, okay. What's that 23 persuasion check? Hey. A man 2-3 years ago offered to do the same thing. He was a powerful man, from what I know, but I'm not sure anyone but the Morning Lord can help him. If the man still lives, oh, I'm not sure. I do not believe he does. He led a rebellion against Strahd 2 years ago. I do not know what happened to him, but maybe what he sought out could help you with that.
I will keep that in mind. Okay, I am extremely sorry to have reopened that wound.
It's fine.
Okay. If you will, I will take my leave now.
Absolutely. If you need any assistance, healing and the like, do come to me.
Of
Or a
course.
safe place to rest.
Of course. All right. Thank you for your time.
He nods to you. Starts limping slowly back to the church.
Aaron will nod back and head back to the group.
Okay.
None of us overheard that, right?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, Hassan first.
Maybe Solaris' superhuman hearing, but otherwise, I don't think
No,
any of
no.
us would have had a shot at it.
Yeah, Theron's going to, like, in a sort of whisper to the group, let them know what he talked about.
Okay. The group meets up. They're back together now, unless someone has a problem with it. And you're informed of what I told Theron.
Great. So more undead.
10 years.
Never gotten to kill a vampire before.
Wait,
Wasn't
Drew, you're gonna kill his boy?
Yeah, I mean, why not? There's a problem, I got a way to solve it.
I love you, Dro.
I'd prefer that we not kill him. It is extremely obvious that Father Donovich is in great turmoil about this. And I am not sure of the outcome if we were to kill him. If we were to kill his son. Because that is his son.
What do you
It
think?
he may be vampire spawn, but he is still Father Donovich's son.
What consequences are you worried about? That the old man's gonna come after us? I'm pretty sure even Princess over there could take him. He's poison.
I am worried about quite the
Call me
opposite.
princess.
I am worried about quite the opposite. I am worried that if we do take his son out, that he will do something in his grief that we do not want happening.
It's definitely a tragedy, but is it a tragedy that we need to stick our beaks in? Don't we have enough troubles as already?
Something we can do
I-
along the way. He mentioned, like I said, he mentioned someone who probably might have found a way to reverse this. If we find him along our travels, then we can come back and we can help.
I fully agree with Theron. There's something about this, and I fully agree. He deserves
I
not-
feel
Solaris randomly starts laughing, and then he's like, "Where did that come from?" And then he just goes quiet.
Are you okay, Solaris? To try is gonna like.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking of a joke. I'm sorry. Go back. Continue.
What's there to joke
the-
about right now?
Theron, you got the impression that the priest would hurt himself, didn't you?
Yes, very much.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
He's a man of great faith who has spent 10 years, and there's the fact that at the Theron, you saw you and Solaris. Did you find the entrance to the basement there? How's it locked up? Does it look like it would hold? Does it look like he would be able to break through in any time soon?
It can probably
definitely looks
hold
like-
if he's.
Yeah, it's strong, it's holding, but you can see over the 10 years that it's actually warped a bit. So give it maybe another 50 years, he might actually be able to stick a hand through.
Yeah, it's
Did
weekend.
you say
It's
50?
Yeah,
It's-
it's been about 10 years since it's been locked up and he's only bent it.
yes. Considering it's only been about 10 years, with the damage that trapdoor has sustained, it can probably last us long enough to where we will be
But-
able to come back to it.
But who knows how strong or crazy they get the more hungrier they are. He hasn't fed in 10 years, I would imagine.
Very true. Very true.
How long can they last without feeding? Detradius says.
I don't think they die from it. I just think they just descend into madness even more.
So you get bit and you get immortality. It's not a bad deal, I guess, if you want to be a vampire.
Yeah, if you don't mind ending the lives of innocents in order to sustain your own.
Yeah, of course. I'm not, I'm just saying it's a kind of an
It's
interesting
not
deal.
it's not a path to immortality that I would wish on anyone.
Does seem like he wanted this in a way because he went looking for it, but it was a mistake, and one that I think he's probably paid for enough by now.
Well, if we come across the guy who can help him, then we come across him. But I don't know if we should go out off the beaten trail and end up in one of those under one of those gravestones over there with all those tragic deaths.
Out of character question, real quick. We don't know. We don't have any reason yet to think that we are in any form of antagony with Strahd, right?
I'm going to say that's up to you.
Other
I
than
would-
the fact that we have to kill him to leave, but that's probably about it.
Well, I don't
We don't
think
know
we
that.
technically know that yet.
Oh,
All we know about him, all we know is that he
I
may
don't
be
think
able
we-
to allow us to leave.
We didn't
Yeah.
find out anything yet about him wanting something, right?
No.
I don't
No.
think so.
No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Never mind then.
We do know about the party who tried to overthrow him, and that went bad. So
Yeah,
you are you are aware Strahd is going. The devil himself is going after Ireena.
Yeah, we know he's after Ireena, and we know that he is not a nice man.
This.
But we know he is a powerful vampire. But that's about what we know thus far.
No one
We
has
should-
called him a vampire, but you're not wrong. But
That's
We
true.
should
We
keep
just know
this-
that he's immortal.
We should keep this young
We
man in
probably know
mind.
from the
He
dream,
spent
though.
He spent a year with this devil, so we may want to talk to him later if we need to.
Mhm.
I don't think we're gonna get anything out of him until we feed him. So, who's down for a little bloodletting?
he just looks away.
I
Ira
don't
just looks at
recommend-
Solaris briefly and kind of jolts in place and then looks. I don't know why I looked that way.
You're not getting any of my
And
blood.
Slayer starts laughing again at Dro's suggestion of old people.
I'm just saying, if you think he knows
It's a-
something about
It's a smart idea. Unless somebody does it, and then, like, I don't know, a couple of days later, he gets chastised for it. So he's just gonna snicker, and then and that's it.
Yeah, I think it's better if we don't risk it right this moment.
He's secure down there, so
Also, who knows how unsecure he would become if we go to feed him? Unless someone can think of a clever way to feed him, and then make sure he can't, like, escape when he, like, actually gets a taste of blood.
Well,
Yeah.
I could chop off his arms and legs and then give him some blood. That might stop the situation there.
that's quite the thought.
I'm just
the
saying.
trapdoor
Coming from
does
the
have
trapdoor.
access to where he is. There's iron bars to pass things through. As in why there's iron bars.
Oh wow!
As crazy as this sounds, if one person stays up and locks it while we all go down to feed him and interrogate him, if he does go crazy and tries to get out, then at least he can't get out, and we can try to deal with him. But that one person's gonna have to either listen to us screaming and dying or winning.
This sounds like a job for Tetra.
What do you want me to do with your crazy science fair experiments?
Why can't
What we're saying
want
we
you
want
to
you
be
to
on-
do is stay and listen.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Out
will
of the
point
fight.
out it's going to be very obvious that the priest not going to be okay with this.
Yes.
I don't
Just-
think
just
we're
so
doing
you're
this
aware.
right. I think we're just
Let me-
talking about this.
Let me I want to talk to the priest, like, while they're doing this, like, have like a one-on-one with him, because he's he follows the Morning Lord, I believe, right?
So you want to do this if the party decides to go down this route?
Regardless, I'm essentially gonna try to plant a seed in his mind. So I'm gonna, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna try and feel him out
So you-
on something.
while
So you're
the
gonna go
rest
talk
of
to
us
him
are
right now?
arguing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just gonna
Did
walk
you
over
look
and
at
talk
him,
to
you're
him.
gonna disappear.
So you guys want
And,
to understand what? Oh, go ahead.
Maybe I'll cast guidance before I talk to him, or do I not have that yet? Because I'm not. No, I don't think I have it. Never mind.
Gotcha. Feel free. Yeah, you'll absolutely go do that. Hold on for a minute. If the party doesn't want to discuss any more, that's up to you. Outside of here, but you will get to them in a little bit. So just
Okay.
hold up for a minute.
So
And if you do want to pipe into this conversation, if they continue, it's perfectly fine.
So what? You guys want me to stand watch while you guys try to do your little science experiment with the undead?
I mean, we could use you as bait. That kind of sounds like a better idea.
No, I'll stand watch. It's fine.
Well, we're
It's no
not
big
doing
deal.
anything yet.
Yeah, it's. I
This
don't
is all.
think. I don't think Donovich would like that.
No.
So then what are we? What's our plan? What are our plans then? She just kind of puts her hands on her hips, like what are
Go
what are we
back
doing?
with Ireena after.
Yeah.
It seems like Solaris wants to go speak with the father, so
Sure, going back
well-
with Ireena is such a good idea.
Well,
If the bad
let's-
guy is gonna be angry at us. The guy in the castle. Are you sure this is a wise move?
It's the right move, young lady.
Always. So heroic. I love it. But you know that he will be in his crosshairs, right? I mean, he's not going to be happy that we're smuggling.
I'm pretty
golden-
sure we've long been in his crosshairs already.
Considering that it's obvious that he at the very least has the run of this place, I would say that anyone who enters is in his crosshairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very minimum, he's using us for entertainment. At the worst of it, he's using us for fresh food.
Don't say that.
Oh, I dare him to take a bite out of me.
I'd like to see if my axe can take a bite out of him first too, my friend.
Just gonna, since you said that, I'm gonna roll a D100. All right.
Wait,
Continue.
which one of us is that for?
Oh no!
Yeah. Who tempted fate?
But I think the most prudent action at this time is we allow Solaris to talk to the father and go from there with what our options are. At the very minimum, having 400 extra gold for a simple escort of a young lady to a safer destination feels like a
Smart business move.
yes, it
Agreed.
does. It feels like the right thing to do. This town is drab and dreary. If there's nothing else for us in this town, that I don't see that the boy in the basement getting out. So, unless Sir Solaris is able to convince the father that it's the right thing to do, if that's what he's going to talk to him about,
I still agree with Theron. I'm not
I am
interested
fine.
in destroying him.
Gotcha. We'll hold up for a moment. Solaris, you approach Donovich. As of right now, he's a slow walker. He's been on his knees for the past 10 years. So he's now limping towards the front of the door, now at the very end. And you catch him up there. He turns, gives you a genuine smile. Ah, your name was Solaris, correct?
Yes. Greetings, Father Donovan. I am also a member of the cloth, and also, like my symbol should be out, like hopefully on top of my armor.
Not a follower of the Morning Lord, though, but a fellow member of the clergy is a fellow member of the clergy.
Well, I know religion's a bit different here, but my lord as well has been called the Morning Lord and the Bright Lord. His name is Lathander, and he does bring the sunrise. So I don't know if it's the same god.
Really? Oh, gods do take on multiple things, and Morning Lord has been in this place of Barovia. Maybe he is called something different in different places. May I see your symbol, please? If you do not
mine
mind.
is a specific symbol from my backstory, so it's like the typical Lathander symbol, but like a sunburst. But it has silver on it, and it belonged to a little girl.
His is very similar to yours. The difference is it has less points of the sunburst. It is smaller, and it is brass. And he kind of looks back and forth between them. Well, maybe we are not cut from different cloths then. I have not met another member of the clergy in some years. And he reaches out to shake your hand. It is great to meet another one out there.
As I shake his hand, I'm going to give a typical Lathander's like greeting, like "May the sun always shine on your face." I haven't thought of that, but that's just me.
And may it never fade from your eyes. He responds back.
I wanted to discuss something with you that's going to be a little serious.
All right.
You mentioned that you prayed for 10 years to cure your son's ailment.
Yes.
And nothing has happened?
Not yet.
You are a man, just like myself, that we do have faith. We do believe in what our Lord has promised us. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. I have kept faith for all these years, nonetheless.
There is a philosophy among the monks in my church that Lathander, the Bright Lord, he believes in free will. He believes in people making their choices. He can help us to overcome our challenges. We can pray for guidances, but he's not going to take away our problems for us. For the sunrise will always rise in the sky, but we still have to face eastward. Do you understand what I mean?
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Please.
17. I think I may understand what you're implying, but be honest, be front. I will not take offense.
If I will be blunt, Father, praying the disease away will not work because this is a disease that attacks the very soul. What you need to do, from my experience, is you need to release the soul. I'm only giving you a suggestion. I will never take action away from you. This is your choice. Because, giving someone the illusion of choice helps you convince them. I'm not saying that part. I'm going to tell him, you have prayed for 10 years for his soul. I am very confident that if you were to release his soul, he would go right to the embrace of the Morning Lord, and you would free him of his ailment.
You see his eyes close, and he has not done any tears at this point.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, he's suffering right now. He's trapped. His soul is trapped. And just put my arm on his shoulder.
You would be correct if it wasn't for the devil.
Oh man, I forgot about that. But that would be metagaming, so I don't know about that.
Do not let anyone else know this. Some people do, but ignorance is bliss. Not even souls may leave this place. Killing him would be the worst thing to do. It would damn him, never to be reborn, never to reach the afterlife. It would just happen all over again.
Do you know of any way to release souls in
No.
in these lands? What's stopping it?
The devil.
If he were to die, would the souls be released?
No. This place has more bodies than it has souls. Most people here do not have souls. They are shells of people. The color and life is drained out of them. I will not do that to my son. I will take as long as I need and pray as long as I can until our Lord wills it to be fixed.
I just tell him, like, I understand. I will find a way to release these souls, though. And I'll take my leave. Go back to the party.
He nods, but he's heard that before. You make your way back to the party.
Oh, did you guys talk about your little lord over there or something?
Yeah. I had him. And then this land pulled out an Uno card and reversed everything.
Uno.
What's that?
What's an Uno?
You guys never played Three Dragon Ante? I'm just gonna pretend there's an Uno card in that game.
Oh.
That's canon now, by the way, Solars.
I don't believe three.
There's an Uno card in the Three Dragon Ante.
The land.
Do we
will
usually
say-
take that out?
Yeah.
It's like the Joker.
Correct.
I
There you
may
go.
have heard of that once or twice.
Cards.
If you get the reference, you know what I'm saying. There you go.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
land this land takes a bite even out of the afterlife, does it?
So essentially, when you die here, your soul doesn't depart to your lord. And as a priest, I find that the most grievous offense.
Oh my god, this really is hell. And you just see Titradia freaking out. Oh my god, this is hell, and I'm stuck with these people. And she just like
your
kind of
only
wanders
option is
off.
to stay with
So,
us and smash
if-
things, my girl.
Oh my god, and I'm stuck with
Oh.
Esan who thinks we're gonna get out of here. This
God.
was never-ending hell.
Hey, it's
Oh.
only a never-ending hell if you let it be.
Oh my god. You guys are hilarious.
I can't.
Solaris, did
Yep.
That just
You
makes Titradia
you were
more
speaking
upset.
with him? Is this the same faith as Lathander?
That's
There
why
are
we.
quite some similarities. There's definitely some similarities, but we're not 100% sure. We do have the same greeting, and our symbols are fairly similar. And our different exalted names for Lathander are used here too, like Morning Lord and Bright Lord.
Roll me a history check, Solaris, at advantage.
I'm really bad at history. Let's see.
Okay,
Can
that's what I need to
Hassan
know.
roll a history check?
You should go for it. It's gonna be it's difficult.
Ah, come on. I don't want to open up my character sheet. Okay.
Can
there
I
it
also
is.
roll
Yes,
history?
you can. Yes,
Okay,
yes, you can.
Because, well, it makes sense for her.
Yes, yes, it does.
She knows of this stuff, so.
Ooh,
It's not
16.
well traveled, but
For
not.
you.
It's not
Miramar.
well traveled, but not that well traveled on this.
Morning Lord, Morning Lord. Well, you didn't pick up on it last time. Just you are a little more familiar with these two. The Morning Lord is an ancient, old word for him. It is for a different god. Lathander is the god of rebirth, and Lathander is the new version of the previous Morning Lord. Ancient sects worship the Morning Lord, but none inside modern history.
So it's like this place has been, she'll tell everyone that, it's like this place has been taken out of time. Like it's been
Nope.
removed from time, or...
Don't you get it, Nearmore? We have memories of doing this before. That we're damned to do this over again for all eternity. You just
You
need to-
don't know that.
everything's pointing in that direction. You just see her like starting to freak out. Oh God, it's the end.
Maybe
But
that's
not
because
In
you
that
failed
dream, in that dream we had, first of all, I felt completely different from how I feel right now, and I know Dro looked completely different from how he looks right now. So who's to say that this is some sort of loop in time?
I still look beautiful both times, so that might be a kind of indicator towards it.
You just see Titradia facepalm, but that's not the point. The point is, she's just gonna stop. She's trying to calm down.
Calm yourself down, princess. We're gonna be fine.
I highly doubt that, but I like your enthusiasm. She says
I'm
that
sure
kind of
we will be
sarcastically.
fine.
Eastmark and Ireena approaches the party. Well, I don't mean to interrupt you too much, but it is getting a little bit late. Perhaps you could stay with us for the evening, and maybe we can answer any other questions you have, as well as give you the payment. If you are still interested, at least.
Yes.
That
I
sounds
certainly am.
wonderful.
This town does not seem to have the answers that we're going to need in it. And if the young lady wishes to be safely away from it, I am happy to escort her.
Okay.
But we may need to gain additional supplies and such, so we might as well head to your home to discuss.
I'm sure I could get you some. So you make your way back towards his house, his home. You enter it without a problem. No one's following you. No creepy head banging on the windows or anything. You continue out through that. You enter the house, stop for a moment, and let out a sigh of relief. They get the fire going, they warmed up, they get you some actual tea, serve up some wine if you would like, such as there. And then he brings out, which what appears to be, you see the back of a large painting, but when he flips it around, you see this.
Loading.
A loading bar. How interesting. Still.
The painting stops and just says loading on it.
It's stuck at
Hang on,
85%.
let me just bang it a few times. Clang, 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 clang. He closes it up again.
My
Hopefully
God,
someone
it's
sees it.
beautiful.
What sort of sorcery is this?
My eyes!
This should not be taking this long. It's just a picture.
It's fine. It's
It's
foundry.
a big
taken.
picture. It's got a cache.
Yeah.
And the cache was out last time, so updated
What?
and everything.
Come on, you can do it. It's only 1%.
Goes
Come
back
on.
down to
It's
95.
3 for me. Oh, now
Oh,
it's
it's
at
1
1
for me.
99, 99,
90,
99,
99, come on,
99,
100.
99.
Everyone do the
99,
Oh, there we go.
99. Hey, hey!
Hey, hey. This seems familiar.
Doesn't it, though?
It is.
No.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, look at that
You-
shit.
Puts it on the
Ooh.
table, smashes the glass, pulls out the paper. It's right there. You are here.
Got ya.
And with that,
So Hassan's going to point at the gates. There it is. I forgot.
Ooh, it highlights when
Where's
you
that button to do it?
Ooh.
Nice
Does
Village
it?
of Barovia,
Oh.
or I guess if you click on it, yeah, or something.
I think he did something to reveal it, kind of like how you did
Oh, yeah.
it.
Yes,
in
I
revealed it.
Vandal
Oh, okay.
you can see
Yeah,
it.
I don't seem
That
to be
makes
able to
sense.
get the hand thingy to go
X.
anymore.
You have to click X. You have to hold X first.
Right.
Oh. So yeah,
So,
over
you need
here
to
is
follow-
the gates we came through, isn't it?
This road. Oops. Let's change one thing. If you follow this road, it will lead you all the way through here into the town of Vallaki.
Damn
Oh,
you,
ignore the
Vallaki.
timer.
This sounds very familiar.
Ignore the timer. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I was about to say, what is that noise?
I didn't even hear it at all.
Nope.
One
Didn't
must
hear it either.
die.
That is quite the long path, sir.
How many days
Wasn't
travel was
One
this?
Must Die an old video game.
It is.
It was something from the dream from that place that we all hate. I remember that.
It is a 2 days travel.
Oh, I suppose that's not so bad.
That's not so bad, no.
He also puts 400 gold on the table.
Ooh.
Hopefully that pays a little bit for it. Well,
don't believe you guys got tea. That's even exotic in Belka, but they even have it here.
Yes, the Wizards of Winery, they are able to do special orders from time to time, and tea leaves and the like are rather expensive, but they do sell them. This
Meat.
is where Castle Ravenloft is. I do not suggest going there.
What happens if you just walk into those mists? He's like thinking about already leaving. Like, what? Has people just tried that to see what happens?
No one's ever come back.
Oh, but you don't know if they could just leave. I guess if they could get out, you would never know because they wouldn't
Well,
want to come back.
the only people that have gotten out and come back are the Vistani.
Hmm.
Those individuals do travel freely from this place.
Oh, that tent
How do you
hippies.
And only the Vistani can do it.
He kind of looks at you for a moment when you say that. Sure.
What's a hippie?
I would suggest stopping here at the Sir Paul's. It is one of the few safe places that you can travel along the roads, and you will find fine meal and wine there as well as friendly services.
Ooh.
While you're there, you should be as safe as you can possibly be. And they continue on from there. The Vistani there are fine folk, so some people may disagree with me. I don't.
Do these lands have aqueducts and bathhouses?
Volakovich may.
Because all the Belkan cities and towns have bathhouses and aqueducts.
Yes, I think I own the only bath inside of Barovia.
Oh, I guess they are a little bit less common here, but I'm glad that you guys at least have them. I know
What,
some
baths?
lands don't. Well,
He looks slightly offended.
No,
Oh.
bathhouses. That's
Oh.
different. It's like a whole. It's a whole place. It's. It's
Not
like
all
a
of us
bigger.
need pampered too. All right, some of us can roll around in the dirt for a
Hey.
bit and be just fine.
There's definitely no bathhouses in Barovia.
Interesting.
You poor thing.
You said these people here are welcoming, but I got the sense that perhaps there are others like them that are not.
Perhaps.
Hmm.
Or is it that just some folk just don't like those who live a different lifestyle and therefore say that they're bad regardless of the truth of the matter?
Perhaps. It's hard to tell. I have heard a lot of things of the stuff. Of them helping people, of them laughing at people and moving on even though they are dying amongst the road. They are a strange bunch. But generally, I've had nothing but good experiences with them.
Yeah, they probably
I,
spin around in circles and sing songs at night. Ugh.
So they must be the ones that bring exotic goods into this land,
Every once in a while, yes.
since they can come and go. They're the only ones who can do trade.
Well, actually, let me check. Okay, continue.
Oh, that was it. She just figured they're the only ones who can do like long distance trade outside of this land.
Yes, they bring many things into here.
Well, we might want to go talk to them because if they're the
Oh,
ones
we
that bring
definitely-
in the exotic things,
I
they might have
agree.
something useful.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's 2 days travel to Vallaki, so they look like they're about a half day out from town then.
Correct.
Huh.
What do you say, guys?
Unfortunate
You
that
want to
they're
go
not
visit
a little bit further, as it would have made. They would likely have made a good waypoint if their camp was just a bit further down the river, I guess.
Well, think of it like this. This is one of the exits over here. So at that point, yes, it is.
I think we should visit them on our way.
Well, you guys want to get ready and get ready for a rest, and then head out in the morning. Take this ginger bitch over here. I mean ginger lady.
Mm.
Sorry, I had
her
something
head-
caught in my throat.
Slowly turns to you, flint dagger-like eyes staring at you.
Sorry, I had something caught in my
Say
throat
anything.
there. I was thinking of somebody
Yes,
else.
the young lady has been far more. Has not been. She's not wearing purple, man.
That's right. Sorry, I was getting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was getting them
I'm
confused for a
sorry.
second. It's all right.
I'm sorry. This hard-headed gloom elf is just not civilized, and he says stupid things. Get used to that. He says
I
stupid things all the time.
do not have red hair.
Wait. Okay, out of character. What?
She does not have red hair.
Ireena?
Yes.
I thought she
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
That's why I said ginger.
Yes, I'm aware. She
Yeah.
has darker black hair.
Ooh.
Well, shit. You're gonna have to rethink this now.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to. Shit. Okay.
Mm.
Yep.
Instead of ginger bitch, he
We
would
have been informed that red hair is rather rare, with those who have red hair to be not often making it to adulthood for some odd reason. And so, yes, the young lady does appear to have black hair. I think it
Oh,
was
I
only in
remember
our
now.
dreams that she appeared. That there
That's
was a
right.
lady
I get it.
with ginger hair in the dream that we had. But this does not, as this land appears to be, and we ourselves appear to be different than what we dreamt. While we may have had some shared experiences in that, this appears to be a new experience.
She
Which-
dyed her hair. But yes.
Gives Esan hope. Esan will not bring up the fact that Ismark let it slip that it was her hair is dyed when he first met us.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Mm.
Esan will play the game. But yes, is there a place where we should be able to get some added provisions or possibly even other ways to accelerate our travel, possibly?
Carts and the like are very rare, and there's none inside this town unless otherwise owned by the Vistani. The Vistani could possibly sell you one. Possibly, though they value their carts extremely.
How about you finance us to get a couple of horses?
He already has.
No, I mean further. Yeah, you're giving us some payment, but come on, you want this done, right?
There are no horses in Barovia.
What about donkeys
Oh.
and horses?
There is no donkeys in Barovia.
No donkeys?
Unfortunately-
What pulls the carts of the Vistani then?
Horses.
Oh, they're the only
They are
ones.
the
So it's
only
this-
Oh,
one.
he did say
Vistani
Vistani
would have-
to buy them from them. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I know
Yeah.
there's no camels up this far up north.
Nope.
For the color of her hair, just as a quick shoner, generally that's what you're looking at.
No,
So I
damn.
read.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
We'll move that off. Continuing on.
The blood's
Oh, we can't.
disconcerting.
Yeah, the blood is rather, but all good.
All right.
Well, I still have some of that exotic wine, so I'm good. I just want some tea right now.
So, should
Ismark pours you another cup of tea.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So, should we get ready for the morning and get on our way to get this non?
I'm curious about. You mentioned there may be a way to get additional provisions.
Yes, I could provide you with additional provisions. That will not be too much of an ordeal. Ismark can provide you with enough provisions to easily get there. I don't usually worry about provisions very much in my game.
Nice.
So assume that you will have enough provisions to get there.
Oh,
Okay.
thank goodness.
Nice.
Yeah.
As
Plus,
well as also
I
referring
think-
to general store type items too, possibly. But
If you want to go to general stores and sort of here, you could head to Biltrith Mercantile store. Actually, don't do that. You probably want to wait until Vallaki. Though if you're in dire needs of something particular, Biltrith does have almost everything you can imagine.
Do you have an extra teapot?
Fuck you and your
He
tea.
takes the teapot and then just hands it to you. Just like,
Oh, I was literally going to say Hassan pulls one out of the mess kit in his bag, but
Does this general store, was it Blinsky?
no.
What was it called?
Bildrith's Mercantile Store.
Billsworth. I knew there was a B. Does it have any magical items?
Not that I know of, though something strange about his son. Carries around a very impressive looking sword, and he is one of the few other than my family that actually have significant amounts of money. So if anyone here were to have one, it would be Bildrith.
Okay.
Guess we could
you're
stop at those
suggesting
places in the morning.
You're suggesting Vallaki, though, is going to be a better source of
Yeah.
provisions and equipment and such?
Vallaki has shops, walls, much more people, thousands of people.
Oh. Indeed. Maybe
I
it
have
might
not
be
been
best
there.
to-
I have not been there since I was 9 years old, so 10 years ago. But I do remember it as a much more urban place than Barovia.
Do you have a study or books in your home?
He seems taken aback for a moment, and then both Ireena and Isma kind of look at each other and look back at you. No,
I raise an eyebrow.
our father burned them all the day before he died.
What?
He burned
Why? She looks
What?
very she looks a little dismayed.
You know,
It was a wonderful library. We had knowledge, histories, tax records all throughout here, but he went crazy during his last day. He kept screaming, not screaming, but muttering something about Xanther. He needed to forget that. We got him burning all the books. When we tried to stop him, he screamed and raged at us. He said if we tried to stop him, he would have to stop us. We couldn't let him stop him. And he motions to the sword at his hip, the one that was on the fireplace. He was the first time he ever threatened us.
That's very peculiar.
He was not himself at the end.
Do you have any particular are you all right with me seeing where he burned them? May I go to that part of your home?
It is outside. Outside, you can find possibly a few of the damp ashes, but not much of it remains.
Where were they all being kept though in the house before he took them outside?
Personal study. I can show you that, but there are no other books in that place.
I'll still take a look around.
Okay, sure.
And she's gonna want to look outside too.
Gotcha. Does anyone else want to talk? Ask any questions to Ireena and Ismar for getting a long rest?
Hassan's going to ask if they have any. He's going to ask about whiskey.
And Tetrati is going to ask about tea leaves and if she could just have a teacup take with her.
To my knowledge, there is no liquors inside of Barovia. And if they are greatly sought after and very rare.
Oh my god.
And the only people that would have them would be the Vistani. And they sell them for a premium.
We need to get to that Vistani camp right away.
Extra motivation for the
Now,
glue milk.
there was a lot of alcohol in Barovia. 25% wine, but liquors like whiskey and rum are all coming from the Vistani, and they know that there's no alcohol inside of here, no liquor, so they sell them at a premium.
Oh, you locals are savages. I swear. Oh, but
So the distillation process does not appear to be something that is common here. That's unfortunate.
Correct.
I will have to. I will have to sample a few things of the non-distilled variety, I guess. So more. Although that silver, the wine at the inn was not terrible.
Ireena,
Yes.
I think it'd be a good idea to bring lots of tea leaves and some teacups. Be nice. And she's just like examining.
You can carry them if you really want to, but I will bring a little bit more valuable of items with me.
Are we stopping to have a tea party, Tetra?
I like tea now and then. It's good. It's good.
ugh.
A hot drink in a cold environment can be a very, very comforting thing.
It can, but
it's just I just prefer
let's
that
not
hot
take
drink
the
to
fine
be
china
some form
with
of
us,
rum.
though.
Yes,
I'm
we
not
had.
drinking out of a rusty can like Asan would. I want the teacups.
Hassan will pull out a very shiny tin cup out of his mess kit. What rust on my dishware, young lady?
Oh,
Pack
I,
it.
I suppose that's pretty good.
Just because I live at sea does not mean my equipment is not well cared for.
I would like everyone other than Tetradia to roll a insight check.
Insight check. All right.
Oh, darn. Oh, well, that went well.
Haha,
Ah, you met me there.
I did.
Okay, Dro, you'll get this. Ireena's kind of looking at Tetradia, and you get the feeling that she is a noble. Ireena is, but she does not. She is slightly afraid and has somewhat battled becoming similar to Tetradia. And so for future cases out of there, you get the feeling that Tetradia and Ireena are probably not going to get along.
Oh, that's awesome. That is fucking
That's
awesome.
great. That's
She-
great.
She's looking at her worst nightmare for herself, more or less, with that natural 20.
I'm going to I'm sorry, go ahead.
As she's, in retrospect, thinking back to it, she's fairly humble. She's somewhat snooty and arrogant, but nowhere near as much as she should be as being one of the most powerful, influential, and rich people inside of this entire land. Until recently, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But her family is old and has money.
So gosh. Oh, this is so good. Dro's gonna kind of lean over, kind of downward, because I imagine he's taller than Ireena. Lean downwards a little bit to Ireena and kind of give him
6'2".
What's that?
She's 6'2".
Oh, I'm still
if you're
taller,
taller.
but yeah,
Okay.
just a little bit. But I lean down a little bit and kind of give her just a
She's
slight
tall, like
elbow
me.
jab in the side of the arm, and I'll whisper to Ireena and be like, "Yeah, you see that purple bitch over there? She already told me she didn't like you at all."
Oh, oh
So
no!
it begins.
Oh no!
Did you say Ireena is 6'2"?
She's 6'2".
That's one
God.
tall
Holy
bitch.
shit!
Eastmark is 6'4". And Ireena is 6'2". She carries a longsword. She's wearing a breastplate with chainmail, kind of going down, and she knows how to use that longsword.
Oh yeah.
Ismark seems very proficient with this longsword. In fact, I would say none of you on a 1-on-1 could probably take on Ismark combat-wise. But there's only one of him. Ireena looks fairly competent as well. Fairly athletic and fairly tall, and she's been wearing this longsword for years.
soon
So,
as Son
does
will be able to.
anybody else have anything else they want to say to Ismark before we take our rest? Because I kind of want to talk to him last, away from everybody else, unless somebody else wants to go first.
Nope, I got
Nope.
nothing.
I'm just gonna go look for the study and then probably
It's-
go outside and dig around in some ashes. You know, just
Hassan's
regular
gonna,
Saturday night for
look
Nira.
over the the Hassan's gonna look over the window and door defenses and make sure everything's good and secure and ready for the night.
Okay.
Tetrati will be asking Hassan if he has like some kind of like mobile like grill cooking thing that she can use.
I don't know if I don't know if I trust someone who is seems to have been raised with such a silver spoon in their mouth to not tarnish my my mess kit. But it would not surprise him. It would surprise. He would not surprise Hassan if multiple people in the party are carrying the utensils to cook over a campfire with them.
Let me use yours. I'll share some tea with you.
That tea doesn't have enough alcoholic content for Hassan to care that much.
Well, you should just be a gentleman and let me use it.
Bismarck handed you the teapot, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
But I'm gonna need something even and steady to heat it up on.
You need nothing, woman. Go to bed.
You poor soul. It's called you hang it from a tripod above the fire.
Joe screams at you from across the room.
I do.
Do that.
Yes.
You know how to do that?
Lady Tetradia, you want to keep yourself up. We can deal with it when we're on the road, young lady. You should get yourself the beauty rest you so desperately need, and we will head off in the morning.
Little short little thing. She just like ruffles his hair. Stop saying stuff like that.
Isan will pull a comb out and very carefully fix his hair while giving you a very intense stare. Like very, very intense stare.
Gotcha.
Oh, does that make you mad? Is that making you mad?
I am no child, girl.
Oh, whatever. I just won't. I'll make sure not to place anything a little too high for you. You know.
At which point, Hassan will just basically do a vertical jump 3 feet in the air to be eye level with her. I don't think I have to worry too much.
It's quite a jump. We'll give you that.
Okay. So while this is happening, Nira, you're going through the books in the study. What are you looking for in particular? Or are you planning to cast a spell or do something? Do you have some trick up in mind that I haven't thought of?
I don't think I have a trick up in mind. I'm looking for anything that's remaining.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check as you look through the study. Okay, 12.
I keep forgetting to do it off of Foundry.
It is definitely. He was definitely very, very. Whoever took them was very thorough. There were no books. There are papers, but these seem new, like they've been recently all made again. So you don't. There's nothing inside of here.
Are they blank?
No, they're not blank. But Ismark does follow you, and he does tell you, "This is for my own personal notes that I've recently made." Taxes, plans, and the likes in these past years, as well as my own personal diary. And he kind of takes one slowly, a journal that you kind of getting closer to, and he kind of holds it to himself a little bit. But you can look through everything besides the tax records, of course, for obvious reasons.
Nira will put her hand into her bag and pull out this this black book. She'll be like, and kind of wave it at him and be like, "Don't worry, I have one of my own too." You can hang on to yours. What was it that his father was ranting about? I guess I would be looking for anything on that.
Do you ask him that? Or
Sure. Sure. Both.
He kept saying that he had to burn it all, couldn't let anyone have it. Kept saying that he was listening. Kept muttering something about Xanther, and shortly after that he, stopped breathing.
Do you know who this Xanther is, or what it is, or?
No idea. He was crazy. He was sweating. He was feverish. He was violent. It was like he was drunk mixed with some type of psychotic inside there.
Would Nir possibly have heard of this in the outside?
I mean, bouts of psychosis and madness does occur. People
No,
have
Xanther.
gotten. Oh, roll me a history check. No.
Mm, okay.
But other than that, she was crazy.
Very odd. All right. So, again, if there's nothing inside, I'll take a look at the ashes outside and see if there's anything there.
Okay. Ashes. It was a massive, massive bonfire. There was no scraps of paper that didn't get burned. It was all very thoroughly burned.
There's no pages or pieces that kind of maybe blew away and got caught on a branch or something.
That's a fair point. Roll me a D100 for luck check.
Okay.
That is the worst roll you could possibly roll in the luck check.
Apparently.
So no, he was extremely thorough. There's
Damn.
not a single page.
When I saw that, I was like, "Did I roll that right?"
Let me make sure you did actually. Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So apologies, but that's the literal worst roll you can get. So yes, you are. There is no clues or papers out here.
Okay. Well, I leave it at that then, I guess, and I will make my way back inside and probably be making my way to bed like everybody else will at some point.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You guys do make your way off to bed. Asan, this place is very secure. They did a very good job on it. Not much you could do. There's more you could always improve on it, but you don't have very much materials as of right now that you could really improve on it. So I assume you guys all take a long rest. If you use any abilities or spell slots or have missing health points, do click on the L rest button under your hit dice, and it will fix everything for you.
L rest.
Oh, yeah, I'm not missing anything. Thanks.
Did you need to talk to Ismark, Dro?
Yes, Joe.
Either before we take a long rest, or either before we leave the village altogether on the next day. It doesn't matter when.
Okay.
You said on our actual page, there's an L rest button.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you click on your character and bring that up, let me bring up yours. That should be to the right of your hit points and under your hit dice.
Okay.
Yep, under hit dice, you'll see a button for S rest and L rest. You want to hit the long rest. If you need to at all.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep. And that will give you everything, give you all your spells back if you ever used them, etc., etc. All right. So you stop for the moment, sit there. Dro, you see an opportune moment to catch Ismark if you would like to. Away from the party.
Yeah, I might as well do it right now. Yeah, while everybody else is going to bed and I have a moment, I'll try to catch Ismark's attention. I'll be like, "Hey, pretty boy, come here. I need to talk to you for a second."
Did you just call me pretty boy?
Sorry, I have a tendency to demean everybody that I come around, but no, I do need to talk to you for a second. And he kind of coughs a little bit as he says Ismark, because he he kind of hates using people's actual names.
Okay.
Oh,
I've never been called pretty boy before. He says. Anyway, continue.
Come on, look at him though. He does kind of. He's a little bit of a pretty boy. Come on, but
fair enough.
By Barovian standards.
Yeah, probably by Barovian standards.
That's true.
as he approaches, Dro's going to kind of cross his arms and look at him and ask him, so it doesn't really seem like you've been that surprised by my appearance whatsoever, which leads me to believe that you've seen at least one other that looks like me, if not more, or have at least heard of them. Is this true?
I've seen someone weirdly similar looking to you. The hair is completely different. Your eyes are slightly different, but there is a colony of individuals who look very similar to you.
A colony
Mm-hmm.
who have dark skin and white hair and red eyes.
They don't all have white hair. A few of them do.
Where?
Close to Vallaki. I was 9 when I visited there, but I'm going to assume that most people that see you will think that you are one of them.
Has one of these individuals passed through this village recently?
Recently? No, they are...
When was the last one?
They keep to themselves most of the time. I'm not sure, to be entirely honest. It wouldn't be too much of a major occurrence if they did. And if they did, I may have not met them. Unless they stayed here for a while. I do know none of them live here, though. There is something strange. They all live in one place. I don't know why, but they do. So they travel from time to time.
Well,
None of them are... Never heard of a woman, one of them, though.
I'm looking for a man, but if there was actually a woman of the same make that came through recently, that might be even more interesting, for there shouldn't have been one. And he kind of growls to himself under his breath. And he's like, all right, well, thanks for letting me know what you know. Anyway, I should probably get some rest like the others before we take your sister away. Thanks, Ismark. And he'll start walking away. He's probably just gonna find a random corner or something anywhere on this property to sit and start trancing into.
Okay. Never seen someone trance so he kind of stares at you, kind of tilts his head, and then just walks away.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you guys perform a long rest. Rest out throughout the night, and you finish all that up. Wake up within the following morning, and you are feeling... some of you are feeling better and stuff there. Some of you a little bit more depressed due to the oppressive nature of this place. It is a strange morning. But nothing bad happens during the night. What is the party doing?
Yeah, Dro will probably be the first one up, just kind of walking and patrolling around.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Nira didn't have the greatest, so she'll get up and be probably looking a little bleary-eyed and kind of sweating and not entirely happy.
Upon waking up and such there, all of you kind of meeting down into the little parlor room. Ireena does join you. She's got a large backpack on, wearing her breastplate, chain skirt, heavy leather boots that seem to be more water resistant, big hat on, and a large number of fairly competent supplies for you to carry on.
Oh, look at you. You're ready to go forest trekking, are you?
Yep.
Yes, I don't do much of this, especially within the most recent years, the last year or two, but competent, at least.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see about the rest of you. And he kind of
She
eyes
squints at you.
Tetrati.
Tetrati is not even paying attention. She's just looking at her oval mirror. She put on like her makeup and stuff and took her sweet time.
Yeah, great. We're gonna have to have somebody carry her around. I vote the. Oh, where did he go?
Well,
And he's looking
have to do-
around, and he's like, I can't find the halfling. Has anybody seen him recently? Where is he? And he's clearly just not looking at Hassan at all.
Tetrati's just cracking up.
Hassan will emerge from the kitchen with food. What?
Even then, he's still looking around, and he's refusing to see you.
Hassan
Here's
will
gonna-
ignore you.
Mira's gonna glare at Droll and just shake her head. And
I
It's
swear
like,
I can
Hassan's
hear him,
gonna
but I
ignore
can't
you.
see him anywhere. Fuck.
You might have to look down, Dro. He is short, unfortunately. He was born like that.
Short. People don't exist all the way down. Oh, there he is. Oh,
Meantime, Hassan is just sitting, eating.
Yeah, what
Dro,
is
are you tall for your people?
What an asshole. Is all you hear Celeste stay in the corner as he's using his prayer beads.
what are we having for breakfast? She'll say.
nothing.
Yeah, you didn't
Nothing.
bother to go make yourself something.
We'll find some rats on the way. We'll be fine.
I'm not eating rats. What's for breakfast? And she'll just start looking around for the breakfast.
Eastmark comes out wearing a dirty, slightly floured white apron, and he puts down breakfast wine, sets a flat spread with a little bit of jam next to them, kind of a fish, a mixture of fish and meat to make actual proper sandwiches, as well as dried meats and goods, and a few apples and pears.
Tetrati will eat breakfast.
I assume we'll have her
Oh.
fill. Yeah.
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 Women,
And with
women
that-
like men who can cook. Just say to Ismark.
Yes, I like to cook. That's about all I do it for, though. As everyone else really sucks at it here.
Ah.
Let's see.
No,
He really is turning into Barovia's
you have-
most eligible bachelor.
You're very skilled at cooking. This is pretty good.
yes. No one else in my family cooks well, and he kind of eyes Ireena a little bit, and she glares back at him. Neither could my father as well. So it just fallen onto me. And with that, we're going to take a 10-minute break while I need to go get some water and do a few things around the house. I'll be right back. Okay. The fun land of Barovia, nothing but sunshine and happiness. No, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, Disneyland ain't got shit on this.
So a few things. Were you guys interested in going to Biltrith's mercantile store? He does have things that you could actually get here. He's got most things.
Hassan does not need to, with the thought of Vallaki having more options. He's willing to forego, especially seeing as Ismark brought out a bunch of provisions for us to take with us. Hassan is perfectly fine to just head out.
Okay. Everyone else agree to that?
Agreed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
So,
I'm happy.
I decide two things when we do this. First thing, who's at the very front of the pack?
I'll take point just because fuck it.
You're the vanguard.
That's right.
And the second thing is, who is going to be rolling the perception checks or is on Overwatch?
Oh,
You can
Maybe-
only select up to 2 people to do this.
Maybe I should.
We should definitely have Solaris do that.
yeah.
Yeah. Hassan is going to take rear guard.
Okay. Don't worry about the exact. I'll do that if anything needs to where you have an encounter. I'll bring it up, or it will happen right before the encounter. There's no need to worry exactly where everyone is. Right.
Do you know where our passive perception is written on the character sheet?
It is to the right of your perception score.
Oh, okay.
That in parentheses, that's your passive for every single one of your abilities, unless you have
I see.
Nice.
certain feats.
That's interesting.
Wow, I didn't
Which
think that
I'm-
was a thing.
That's
Yep.
yeah, that's nice.
There's passive insight. There's passive investigation. It's all there.
Yeah.
Handy.
I have heard of people who run it that they'll even do passive for people with things like just what their passive religion would be or their passive.
Yep.
But
the whole point is rolling
deception and
dice.
stuff.
I don't use it too much. To be entirely
Yeah,
honest.
I get why why you do it. It's a thing of rolling if the DC is higher than passive.
Gotcha. So, few things. It's not fair. The person on point, Dro, roll me a D100.
Okay. Actually, I've never rolled. Oh, there it is. Sweet.
60.
Oh
Interesting.
boy,
60.
it's supposed to be lower. That makes it better. Damn it.
So,
Well, lower is good luck.
Oh, I guess it is just luck. Yeah.
as you embark within your first journey through the land of Barovia, it is a fairly sobering experience walking through these deep-seated woods, surrounded to the left and right, the creaking branches all kind of looming over all of you. It is not the most pleasant place. I would like everyone to roll me a Constitution saving.
Oh boy. This
Oh
place-
dear. Good thing I have advantage on those, I believe. No, I do not.
Oh,
Well,
Constitution.
No one
save.
should have advantage against
Constitution save.
this. Hassan,
Why?
Yeah, just click on the.
I meant I
just-
didn't mean
click
advantage.
on,
I
you
meant
just click on Constitution.
I meant
and then press
proficiency. That's the word I was looking for.
Ooh,
Ah,
I
there we
did.
go.
I did pretty good. Okay.
Wow.
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 Ability check, right?
I failed.
Wow.
There's no way I didn't fail that.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Everybody
You're a
but
hardy
Theron
bunch.
did good.
Well, here we go again.
I was gonna say, wasn't this just like before? I have deja vu.
Wait,
It is-
Tetradia did a check again instead of a save.
A check, save, it doesn't matter.
Fair
As long
enough.
as you're not proficient. So actually, it would be Tachardia, because she rolled a check, she does the best out of everyone because she gets a +2 to that. So she rolled a 23.
Well, she can go to hell, but
I'll walk you through here. It's a muddy, muddy road. The trees are looming over you. And the mist and this faint dampness of everything is getting to one of your party. Theron. It's tough going.
Yes. Oh no.
2 hours. You're fine. 4 hours. Traveling through this section of Barovia. Breathing a little hard. Well, you're fit. It seems to have something to do else with either the mists or the dampness. You're cold. You're shivering just slightly. But it's not hurting you in any means.
Okay, sorry about that.
6 hours pass. You're a little shivery now, like actual full body shivers.
Does it ever
Oh,
stop
no.
raining?
No.
And you're not the one doing this, it's Theron, who's got the problems.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine.
what's wrong with Theron? She just looks back at him. Darren, are you okay?
I'm not feeling exactly the best. I felt worse, but I definitely felt better.
We must be getting close to Vallaki, to the Vistani camp at this point.
And as you see, as you say that, out of the mists, a sound of a creaking rope sound seems to faintly, almost as this wind pulls down, it faintly creaks. As you continue to walk, you see a set of gallows in front of you. Heavy oaken gallows. And there is a lifeless, naked, deformed and bloated body hanging from it.
Ugh.
Now I'm starting to get a little bit of deja vu.
You're not the only one.
What a bunch of barbaric people.
Theron. Not feeling that great. Further along this, a signpost off of this gallows says Barovia Village to the east. As you look a little further, there is a faint trail leading off. The Stir Pool to the northwest, Raven Loft / Vallaki to the southwest. You have gotten to the fork in the road. Which way are you going?
I believe your brother, Ireena, I believe your brother said the Ser Pool is where we will find the Vistani camp. Should we maybe see about taking refuge from the weather amongst them?
That may be a good idea. I'm a little tired myself. Ireena, she's doing quite well, but she's definitely not keeping up with you guys. She is fine for the first 4 hours, and then was kind of slowing down a little bit, but never complained once. As you did march for 6 hours through the cold and wet in a difficult area, but you were all fine other than that.
Hassan, in fact, looks especially okay with the trek.
Joe's gonna look back and he'll eye at Solaris and be like, maybe the golden boy over there better help the, I swore she was a ginger at once, but should help Ireena there make it through the rest of the way. I'm sure he'd wouldn't mind that.
He would.
Yeah, you've already burned that bridge, haven't you? All right. To the Hassan will suggest Dro lead us down the path that's heading, I believe, to the north to the Ser Pool.
All right, let's keep moving.
Is there anything in particular at this crossroads besides this body? Like, why is this body hanging here?
It is a set of hard gallows. There could be a lot of reasons why. There's nothing labeling why this body is hanging here. That is what you have not investigated further.
You said it was naked, so it probably doesn't have anything on it.
Probably some kind of
That's all
warning
bloated
against
and deformed.
criminals or thieves.
Not unnaturally bloated and deformed, as it's been here and it's rotting, and the stomach is bloated up and its face has been kind of exploded.
Ireena, do you know anything about this? Is this something common through these lands?
I haven't been out here in a long time, but Strahd is known to, on his many people that have annoyed him. This is one of his lesser punishments.
Lesser punishment? You mean he... Oh, no.
A hanging? He has done much worse.
I'd like to investigate around the gallows.
Roll me a investigation check. What'd you roll? 15. There's a faint, heavy, sweet, almost cologne smell to the air. There are recent heavy boot prints along the mud of this place. Someone's been here very recently.
I smell cologne. Does anyone else smell that?
I kind of smell it too. It smells kind of nice.
That seems like, is that something, that seems like it wouldn't be common here, would it? Ireena?
The hell is cologne?
It's like
Something you've never heard of, but you might want to investigate.
usually it's for men.
That's pretty good, actually.
I guess I'll do an investigation check too.
Okay. Tetrardia, okay. I mean, it's cologne. There's a heavy boot prints inside of here. They seem to circle this place. And as you're kind of stomping through here a little bit, Tetrardia, looking and trying to find a number of things, you do find something. You find a small pile of coins, haphazardly. That was just specifically just one underneath the body, and you're like, "Why is there a coin underneath the body?" And I assume, by the way, I assume no one's like going in there and really getting close to the body because it smells awful. Maybe that's why the cologne is here. Tetrardia, you look a little bit further. There is a very thin cut along the body's stomach. And the explosion and the rot is hidden it. And you see a coin, the tip of it barely sticking out of the stomach.
Ugh. There's a coin in his stomach. And there's a
What?
coin below him. Why would they do that? Did he steal? And that's like... I don't even know. It's gross.
Ireena, is this a custom in these lands?
No, of course not.
A bunch of barbarians.
I've heard of putting coins on people's eyes when they've died, but not this.
Every time Tetrardia says that, Ireena's eyes twitch. Like her left eye twitches and spasms. It doesn't say anything.
She's very Greco-Roman on that aspect. Unfortunately, better or worse.
I'd like to, Tetrardia, I guess you're not picking up the gross coin.
Touching any of that. Ugh.
I'll touch it. I'll pick
Disease,
it up from the
probably
ground.
Pick up the one coin. It is yeah, you pick it up.
Yep.
It is an electrum metal. It has a likeness on it. A crudely stamped, so it's hard to tell the details, but of a long-haired, noble-like figure staring out of a coin. On the flip side holds the same symbol that you came across on the gates, the first gates that you saw upon entering Barovia.
I'll show it to Ireena.
Yes, that is one of his personal coins. That is the likeness of Strahd.
Personal coins, so it's not common currency?
It is common currency, yes.
I almost made that mistake too.
It is it is common around here. He's printed them himself.
I'm going to pull out my silver dagger, and I'm gonna give the body a bit of a poke and see if anything else jingles out besides that other coin.
Two of the coins spew out of the stomach. There's more coins inside the stomach, obviously.
That's what I wondered.
Kira, you probably shouldn't touch those. You're gonna catch a disease, Nearmore.
I don't know about that. I think I've already caught something.
Don't say that.
You've gotten 3 coins so far, covered in visceral fluids of a dead body.
To try
Wonderful.
to kind of like walk off because she's getting sick from this. So she's
Well,
gonna kinda...
Nira will pick them up with into a handkerchief, so she's not getting herself all grossed.
Sure. You do so.
I'll hang on to them. Electrum, is that worth more than gold, isn't it?
It's
15
half
gold for 3. Electrum is 5 gold apiece.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So it's essentially
I thought-
15 gold.
Correct.
Okay.
I thought Electum was the half gold piece, but all good.
Nope.
So perhaps the thief, or some other such. I wonder if he ate them himself, or he was forced to eat them.
I have a hunch somebody opened them up and put them in there from
Or that.
From that, unfortunately. Maybe the Vistani will know more of this of this ritual.
Or of this person.
Is that what you call it? A ritual? She'll say kind of in the distance. I think it's a little bit more than a ritual.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, Nira will
I've seen rituals many and varied.
kind of make like a sign to the body and say in Celestial, "Bless your journey," and we'll leave the gallows and get ready to go with everybody else.
As you say that, Nearmore, you swear the eyelids slightly close as you say it. And you kind of glance up quickly towards its eyes. Maybe it was a trick of the light.
She'll kind of wrap her arms around herself and give herself a little bit of a shake. This seems too familiar. Okay, I'm ready to leave.
Okay. Do you guys head out? Are you heading down the path towards these circles?
Yeah. We'll head towards the Serre pool.
Who was at the back of the party?
It's on.
Hassan. Roll a perception check.
Oh no. I'm scared.
Here it comes.
Yeah, here it comes.
You glance back, just for a brief moment, and for a brief second, the body has been switched. You see the body of an Ireena. For just a brief second, almost as if your mind played a trick on you, has been replaced there.
Oh.
What is this?
Hassan will kind of go, yeah. Hassan will slide a flask out of his pocket, take a swig, screw the lid back on, and then continue with his watchful rear guard position.
I would like to do perception or whatever roll you would like me to do to see if I notice him get all messed up.
That would be up to Hassan. Hassan?
I'm not hiding the fact that I took a swig, no.
Okay, but there's taking a swig, and then there's being, disturbed and taking a swig.
Well, I'm at the back of the party, so if you would have heard me take a swig unless you were looking at me. So
I'm going to say that Nira would be sort of disquieted about. She probably would turn at the sound, given what just happened.
And then it would be a matter of I would say you would have to do an insight or perception check
Okay.
to determine what you're if you can tell.
Nira rolled insight check. Okay,
Oh.
and that is not an automatic success. What I do for here when it's players on players inside of here, Asan, you are the DM for this moment, right?
Reading insights.
What does
or something.
Nira get from my 21 insight?
Ah,
That's all up to you.
I like
don't-
that.
It's all up to you.
No, she can definitely see that. There there may have been just a bit of a shake to my hand as I put the flask back away after taking the swig. Something definitely has me unsettled a bit. She would definitely be able to tell that I'm definitely that was definitely unsettled, at least for a moment.
Nira, that's what you get.
Okay. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that I'm probably walking right in front of you, hey, Hassan?
Not right in front.
Well, but I'm
But
probably
yes,
the next one in line from you, potentially.
Potentially, but I would have been a little bit back from the group for a moment because it would have been a pause for a step. But
Let's say Nira Moore is about 15 feet in front of you, because he's kind of up in the back. It's like they're still within sight of everyone, but as Hassan was, I assume, covering this back.
I'll just ask a blanket then, everything okay back there?
yeah, all good. Just a touch of chill. We'll be good.
Okay. Keep walking.
Okay, you guys continue.
Petradio kind of whispered in Nira, "Is there something wrong with him? There's nothing, never anything wrong with him."
She'll shrug.
Oh, all right.
The road seems to gradually disappear. But there are still heavy ruts within the earth. A little bit more grassy comes up. And the canopy of mist and branches almost seems to, almost with a snap, almost suddenly, seems to give way to black clouds boiling or writhing, and the rain slowly fades as you enter this place. There is a clearing here next to a river that seems to be forming a small lake, several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each about 10 feet in diameter, is sprawled out around this place. There is a much larger tent off to one side. It seems somewhat of a chill place, as music seems to be emanating from this place repeatedly.
Hassan picks up at the sound of music.
Eight unbridled horses seem to be drinking from this river. And strains of accordion and clash with the singing of a few brightly clad figures who seem to be surrounding a bonfire. And they seem probably a little drunk, to be entirely honest. What are you guys doing?
I knew it.
Hassan goes, ooh. My kind of people if they're already drunk. Hassan will pull a flute out and start trying to see if he can learn the melody.
Roll me a performance check. It's not super complex. It's supposed to be heard in taverns inside of here. There's more of a slightly, yet mournful sort of music, but still slower and happy side of here, and you could give it a little bit of time. Could play this, depending on your instrument, of course.
It's on has a flute with it, so.
So this would be you could accompany with other instruments to do this. It's something you could definitely play.
Very nice. Hassan will actually start trying to play the tune on his flute as we approach.
Okay. With that 17 performance check, Hassan starts accompanying, doing this strange duet with the music inside there, and immediately figures seems to be stepping out of the house inside there. A number of them start waving at you inside there as general voices, "This has not happened in years!" start echoing out from inside of there. And immediately, some people start like pointing in your direction as you start to approach this place. The music starts to slowly pick up in pace and match with you even more, changing just slightly. And a tall man. He's about 6'9", long legs, long arms inside there, wide-brimmed hat, a number of scarves all over his body inside there. Carries a simple sword at his side, so they're sort of approaching the party as you come down the path, especially since you're playing music. Welcome to the Vistani camp. What can I do for you today, you fine fellows? Please sit. All musicians may sit by the fire. Absolutely. Come.
Well, I thank you, sir.
You know this music somewhat well, Master Halfling. And you're definitely new to these lands. The sun has not left your skin.
Yes.
Oh, you poor souls. My condolences. But please, step with us.
You got anything strong to drink?
Strong, you say? We have the strongest, sir. And while you're with us as well, you may drink however much you like, my friend.
You mean you don't want me to pay for it?
No, of course not.
Well, Dro, it looks like you got some luck now.
Yeah, Dro's just gonna kind of glance at Nero with his red eye, kind of like, this is very suspicious, as he looks at her for a second, looks back to the guy. Well, go ahead and show me what you got.
Do you want wine, liqueurs, or something even a little bit stronger?
I said, what do you have that's strong? I want
Fair
the
enough.
strongest.
I like you. 100% out, 99% alcohol. It is. Please sit. Don't stand out in the faint mist inside the field. Warm yourselves by our fire. Mingle. Have fun. Eat our food. Do whatever you would like. Just don't cause any troubles, okay?
99% alcohol.
Yeah, that would set you on fire, princess. So you mind your place.
I
They
don't
call that absolute alcohol.
Funny.
Extreme Everclear. And he flicks his hands, and suddenly there's a bottle in it, and he hands it to you. Please, have fun, enjoy yourself, sit by the fire. Your days are somewhat numbered since you are inside of here. So please enjoy yourself, sit here.
Yeah,
You are safe here.
thanks.
Yes, our days here are numbered. We will be leaving.
Correct. You will.
We will be getting our freedom of this place. I will see distant shores once more.
We have guests, everybody. We have guests. Absolutely. Amazing. We haven't had guests in a day. Very strange. We usually get many more. Open the barrel, start the dancing, and have some fun, everybody. And he immediately starts skipping back to the campfire.
Dro will
Isan will look at Dro. Hey, can I have some?
yeah.
Let's see what that stuff's like.
Yeah,
You
let's
just see
take a
Strahd-
gander here, and he'll open the bottle. He'll take a whiff. Oh, jeez. Damn, that smells like the death of all people I've ever known. That's quite a lot. And he'll take a schluck off of it, and he'll hand it over to Hassan. There you go, Schwarzenegger. Try that shit.
Hassan will pocket the flute, pull out a little silver cup from his kit bag, and pour some in it, and hand it back to him, and give it a swirl and a sniff and a sip.
Oh yeah, it tastes awful. It tastes awful. Oh yeah.
Oh, that tastes like the purest form of death. Jeez. Oh.
You just see Tetradia rummage for her bag and find that dragon wine that she really liked, and she kind of takes it out, starts unscrewing the cat. Well, I guess
It's on not one to let good alcohol go to waste. Will then down his cup and go see if anybody has what the rum selection is like.
They offer you a mixture of fine whiskeys, wines, ales, dwarven beer, rum, distilled rum, spiced rums, black rum. They offer you a lot inside there. And you could drink as much as you would like while you were here. They also spiced meats, drinks, selections of cheeses, and many, many fine foods. Sausages and the like. They recently killed what appears to be a boar, and they have it roasting over a fire. The smell of different spices is heavy amongst the air.
Hassan is looking specifically if there's any fish being cooked.
There's fish being cooked, yes.
Perfect. Hassan will mingle and make merry and make friends.
Okay, you do so.
And drink some rum and eat some fish. That's what I like.
Even Tetradia gets a little bit of the rum, and she definitely tries the cheeses and the fish and all that, so she's kind of getting into it too.
Okay.
She'll talk. She'll talk to some people.
Food is delicious. A lot of people to talk to. But you have a little bit of an interesting time meeting with these people and stuff. They are extraordinarily friendly. They immediately start treating you as long-lost friends. You are given all the hospitality you could possibly imagine. If anyone wants to try any of their foods, join in their games of singing and dancing, there are beautiful men, beautiful women all around here. And they are having just a wonderful, and all of them, besides the first man you saw, seems to be fairly well into their cups. And you get the feeling that they've probably been drinking for the past 2 days.
To try to kind of shrug and just start dancing with them. Cause she that's the one thing she likes about commoners is they like to have fun. So she's kind of down to earth with the taverns and having fun. So she'll have fun with them.
Okay. Solaris, Nearmore. Sorry, let's go down the list. Solaris, what are you doing?
I am going to sit. Most likely, actually, is Ireena alone or?
Ireena does not look super comfortable with this situation. She's kind of standing stiffly, staring at them, and she has a mug in her hand, but she's not drinking from it.
I'll just stand around here so she doesn't seem uncomfortable alone.
Mm-hmm.
Keep her company, good boy.
And I might have a conversation with her if possible, but I'll wait till later.
Okay.
So everyone's done doing their thing.
Nearmore, what are you doing?
Nira is rather nervous about all the attention being directed their way, but she'll try and take a seat by the fire, I guess, in one of the more shadowy parts where there's fewer people.
Tetradia will be like, "Come on, Nira, let's dance."
He glares at you.
Oh, I guess you're a party pooper. Oh well.
I don't like too much attention.
Well, you're gonna miss out on all the fun and dancing. so-
Attention's not always good for people like me. I don't look like everyone else.
All right, I'll leave you there. We should just keep having fun.
Okay. Farron, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I've been spaced out for a bit, but I've gotten enough to understand we're at a camp and like people are being, cheerful and everything, right?
You are brightly colored, very happy, not pale individuals. They've very much seen the sun. They're wearing colorful robes, colorful scarves inside there. They're drinking. They have fine foods and fine alcohol, and they seem exuberantly happy. This is the first time you've really seen happy people in Barovia, and they definitely do not look like Barovians.
Of course, he's going to be joining in on the festivities.
Okay.
Kindling his own light.
All right. So you joined in. Are you drinking? Or are you eating inside there? Are you dancing with people? Are you singing? Are you just like performing an opera for them or something? Or are you doing anything like that? Okay. You're performing an opera? Okay. All right. Roll me a performance check at advantage because why not?
Heck yeah.
I like it.
Shoot.
Had a little too
He's had a little too much to drink.
Had a little too much to drink. They're exuberantly happy for you that you're singing this big, boisterous voice. But you're waking up the fish in the lake, and they are not happy. So it's a strange portion of seeing Theron probably get a little too tipsy and is drinking inside there.
To try to pat him on the back and be like, "Hey, buddy, that was something, but maybe you should go back to dancing."
I actually have an important question. Since they have all this different alcohol, do they have apple cider?
They do.
Nira starts hitting that shit hard.
Okay. Okay. Or
Enough that she'll start hitting it enough, and if enough time passes, maybe she'll actually take her hood down.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. At which point, Ireena sees everyone else drinking, and she takes the first little sip, and then downs the entire mug. Is anyone else going to be drinking as well? I know Sandro, Nira, Theron, and Tetradia are. Just let me know.
Is Solaris going to have anything?
Is the Boy Scout having anything?
He's holding a drink to be socially correct, but he's not taking a sip from it.
Absolutely.
Tetradi will get into the apple cider too. She'll be like, "Wait, they got apple cider here too?"
Mhm.
Oh.
They got pears, they have grapes, they have fruits inside of here. They have fine cheeses. They have many good things here.
So she's making the mistake of trying all, like, if they have like peach drinks and all that, she's trying it.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh boy.
It's making the newly legal to drink mistake.
Roll a con save at disadvantage, Tetradia.
Okay.
Since you asked for it.
Kind of. All right. Let's see. Constitution at disadvantage, right?
Mhm. Yeah. You very well may be fine.
Let's see. That's the one that's to
You
the
just
right.
press Constitution, and then you will save on your
Okay.
attribute screen. The words Constitution.
Ability check or saving throw?
Saving throw.
Okay.
Since you're better at the saving throw. Okay. You're not terrible, actually. You're quite surprisingly very resistant to these drinks and stuff like that.
Falcon's
But
like
you
to-
go a little bit overboard, nonetheless. So you're at the end of the night, you're smashed, and your stomach is kind of rumbling a little bit. Inside there. And after an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours of drinking, yelling, singing inside there, anyone who does want to be fairly drunk can be. Ireena gets, at the most, she gets very tipsy, and is kind of laughing and smiling and keeping things out there, but she slowly calms down to the night inside there.
And Sean doesn't drink to fall over excess. But he drinks enough to have fun.
Okay, gotcha. And towards the end of the night, everything is starting to wrap up inside there, and about 6 to 8 of these Vistani have all been set around the fire, all comfortably warm. One guy, you hear puking way off into the woods somewhere, probably for one of the Vistani, and everyone just kind of smiles and relaxing. And the man who didn't drink for this portion is spinning stories in the midst of this room. And if you want to listen or not, that's fine. Would you guys like to rest the night here and continue on?
I think at this point we're definitely resting. I don't think we're in any condition to get back on the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strahd forgot we were even supposed to go anywhere. She's like, "What do you mean you want to go somewhere? We're cool right here."
Oh no. Okay, so you finish another long rest and skip through the night.
Was there an option between listening to something and going to bed? Is that what you were asking?
He was telling stories.
Okay, I think everybody was just saying that we're taking a long rest, but I don't know if anybody was saying that we're just kind of going to bed and not paying attention to anything, right?
Oh yeah, I would definitely sit down and listen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As some of you all sit down together inside there, he takes a moment. Well. You know, your little group reminds you are foreigners of this place. You come slightly armed, and some of you are very much into the magical side. Tachardia at one point was showing off some of her more sorcerous powers. And there was maybe a few fencing from maybe Asan and showing off. So that they have some good fencers inside there. So there were some games going out throughout the night of this.
If there was a battle set up, there was probably axes being thrown at it.
Okay, yeah, no, Asan, there are targets set up, and Asan, roll me an attack with your axes check.
Oh, wait, here we go. I set that up properly.
You
Damn.
won 35 gold and bets from the night of doing this. And it's like there, so these guys are pretty world weary, and they've seen a lot. And so he seems to stop for a moment. Do I detect a little bit of the Storm Coast accent from you? Would that be correct?
Indeed. Along the southern tip of the Sword Coast, there is a port that I hail from and shall return to. It is where my family is based. It is where I trained in the Dwarven defensive arts.
You know, speaking of someone that was a foreigner other than the Vistani themselves, you somewhat remind me of another man. He said the same thing, that he would leave this place. And I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but he did not.
That is no rain on my parade. I have not tried. I have not failed yet. I will return to the wide world that is outside and see all of it.
He said very similar things. Very similar things to you. And he was a magnificent person. Would you like to hear a little bit of a story about him?
Sure.
Of course. Always happy to hear tales of those. You never know what you might learn from what from another's failure. Sorry, I've had a little bit too much of the rum.
This is a tale of caution. And the music stops as he begins. This is a tale of weariness, of warning, and to not mess with your betters. I hope you appreciate this tale. Once a mighty, powerful man, a wizard came to this land 3 years ago. His voice shook the air, trembled the mountains, brought down fire and lightning. Yet I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood next to my campfire and told me what you told me. A very charismatic man he was. He rallied the people of Barovia, or thought he could. And then he did somewhat. He led them against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with the thoughts of a revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. But when the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasants' army fled. Their hearts left them. They fled in terror, shaken by the mere sight of him. The few that did stood their ground, well, their fates bear not thinking of. But the wizard stuck, and the vampire and the wizard fought. They flew over Ravenloft. They shook the air with lightning, fire, and things that I only dreamt of seeing in my life. The wizard stopped the rain. He summoned orbs, particles, things. Yet they were no match for the devil. I still remember him laughing. His voice seemed to echo around. He seemed pleased. I watched things that I had never seen the wildest of my travels occur. Boulders were thrown. The very castle that he lived on seems to shake under this wizard's voice. Yet Strahd remained untouched. And when he finally threw down his gauntlet and stopped toying with this wizard, I saw him fall and fall and fall.
Oh. So he's very strong. Huh.
Where did the wizard fall?
Of the Sir Pools, the river leads to a waterfall. The wizard seemed to have drawn him there, and it was decided there. I looked for him for a few days, Never found him.
Why did you go looking for him?
He smiles. Kind of a grinning, sly smile. Well, of course, to see if he had anything of value on him.
Of course.
Nice.
Why wouldn't I?
So, did he?
No, never found him. I assumed the very strong river pulled him much further away. And I am not too much of an idiot to, how would you say, risk my lives for money.
Hmm.
Did this
Strahd.
great wizard have a name?
Oh, I never told us.
Oh, out of
He's very
character.
peculiar about that.
Out of character. What is his noble rank of Strahd? Count, right? It's
Yeah.
Count.
Oh, no. He likes to call himself the king, the count from time to time, but by his lineage and stuff inside there, and what you've heard, he is the king.
So he is the king. Yeah,
He
that
is
makes
a
more
he is a
sense.
king,
He is kind of like a.
but he doesn't. A little bit out of character. He doesn't present that as himself, but he is actually the king of Barovia.
So would most people call him Count or King? If
They call him the devil, or they call him Strahd.
Oh, okay. So they just don't even give him a title name. Okay.
If you were talking to him, that may be a little bit different. But not many people talk to him.
That's kind of confused. I guess to
People
try-
just call him Strahd. They don't call him Lord Strahd.
If they were talking to him, they would probably call him. They would probably call him Lord Strahd, His Majesty, or King of Barovia, if they were wanting to be polite, or they would use his full name if they were a noble, Strahd von Zarovich.
Strahd von Zarovich. Lord Strahd von Zarovich. That's a mouthful. Lord Strahd is just. But it's all good.
That was a little bit out of character, though. He doesn't flaunt that too much.
Like, I guess it's almost Lord Strahd is very powerful, but yet not powerful enough to leave these lands. But yet you guys can leave the lands. So why, if you guys can leave and go anywhere, is there a reason why you guys still come back? Do you just like it here in Barovia?
Oh, there's a very specific reason. Every single Vistani visit Barovia. At least once in their lifetimes.
I see.
This is a pilgrimage of some type. And I am the keeper of this place. Vilkreth. At your service. It is a custom among all the Vistani to meet Madame Eva, the oracle of this place.
Very interesting. So
The
some,
Indeed.
some Vistani do live outside, but they all at least come here once. Kind of like a
pilgrimage.
Well, pilgrimage is an apt word for that, young lady.
Mhm.
It sounds like this wizard's mistake was to try to fight with people unprepared for the task at hand.
He did raise an army.
An army of the common folk. I have seen enough of the common folk to know that they are far better at a defensive matter than an offensive assault. The mistake also may have been to. It sounds like he didn't do that much to try to learn that much about his foe.
Yeah.
And
Yes, he was extremely arrogant. I will tell you that.
If I am to leave this place, I will find a way to leave this place. If I do not have to go through the devil, I won't. If I do, I will find my way to do it.
Yes, you'll find a song.
But I will not settle in. The world is far too wide and vast for me to spend the rest of my days here.
Yes, you'll find a son is relentless, and it's a good. She'll admit it. She's like, that's a good quality because I too want to leave this land eventually. I have much to do.
I've heard that before, but good luck to you.
You can leave. Do you not take people out?
We have tried.
So you have to be Vistani to leave.
Yes, we only tried once, and that was a mistake.
What happened to the person who tried to leave with you? She said.
His smile drops, and he does not answer, and he just stares at you. He does not want to answer that.
It makes me wonder if you could use some kind of magic barrier spell to negate the fog, but I'm sure just by looking at you, that's not a good idea.
No.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to dampen the mood, but I am kind of drunk. She just kind of like,
Ah, so you're saying that many come to speak to this Lady Eva?
Oh, yes. She is a very wise woman. Very powerful, very wise. And her fortunes are always correct.
always.
You said she was an oracle of this place. Do you mean just this camp or all of this land?
Yes. Yes.
I see.
Is that yes
So
for
she
both
could-
questions?
This
Yes.
lady could tell us our fate if we met her.
Hmm?
That. Could you say the name of the lady again who can read fortunes?
Oh,
They're
it's
all-
Madame
Eva.
Eva.
Madame Eva.
If we meet Madame Eva, she could tell us our fates.
Not necessarily, but she may be able to tell us much.
That's assuming she'd be willing to see any of us.
Yeah, she
Yes.
probably won't.
Oh.
I can go ask, though.
Yeah, sounds like a stuck-up bitch.
I would not say that, but if she is willing
I wouldn't
to
say that
see
either.
us,
Oh, Dro. Oh, no, Dro.
Mrs. Sir
Yeah,
June
this
has
seems-
definitely had a bit too much.
All of the Vistani look at you.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
What?
Here it goes.
The
What
other
say?
9, like, walking by, they all touch their swords as you say that. And they all just frowning at you.
Did I mention that?
He'll hold
Blue
up his
Milk
hands and be
going to
like, all right, whatever. I'm sorry. I should probably be going trancing by now, but you know, whatever.
You got a bit deep in your cups, young Gloomouth.
See Tetrati
Um,
throw a cup at her. At him at his head.
I thought you were saying one of the Vistani. I was like, oh no.
Pay the dark one no mind.
So do I have to roll
Yeah.
something to throw something at Drohune's head?
No, it hits his head.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll bounce
You're
off.
drunk enough.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Stop
But if she
being
would be so
rude.
kind to see us before we continue on our journey in the morning, we would appreciate greatly any wisdom she may have for us regarding getting
I can-
ourselves out of this land.
I mean, I can go ask, of course. Yeah, I'll be right back. Hey, guys, don't hurt these guys. He kind of looks at the other one, just staring down at Joe. No, just okay. And he starts walking away.
Dro, aren't you already dead? So wouldn't if you get stabbed, wouldn't it just be entertaining for us?
You would have no knowledge of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody would at this point.
Oh. Okay.
Remember, restart.
Darn it.
Yep.
It's like Dro, just
Two
behave yourself.
or 3 minutes pass. And he comes back. Holy shit, she threw something at me. She was very angry I didn't get you guys here sooner. I've never seen that before. Well, I explained that you were all pretty drunk, and then she screamed at me some more. So you could either rest up and talk to her in the morning, or you could see her right now.
I want to see her right now.
It sounds like
perfect.
we should not be.
And I'll
It
stand.
sounds
Dro
like
will
we shouldn't
stand up
keep
right
the
away.
lady, waiting.
Dro's gonna
go
stand up first and start walking towards her. I guess her tent, wherever she's at.
Tetrati's
Well,
like,
see her
oh,
now.
boy.
This sounds perfect.
Oh shit. Okay, Nira's gonna get up and run after him.
yeah,
Yep.
you see
Gotta put a leash
Tetrati
on this
like-
thing.
As the entire party going to the tent.
Yeah, you just see Tetrati like staggering and stumbling over, like, oh, I want to see the lady who can tell the fortune.
Oy.
So do I.
Okay.
We're professionals. Don't try this at all.
Oh, for the love of the gods. Morning Lord's fucking light, you people.
Give me just 1 second. Apologies.
We're the heroic lot that's going to save this land. Maybe.
Damn
Ooh,
straight.
I got the times wrong inside of here. We have gone a little bit over, even though it's 6:20 inside there. Would you guys like to continue for
I'm
up to
fine
an
here.
hour inside of here, or until after the circles? Is that fine with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I misread the
Yeah,
times
that's
inside there,
fine.
but it has been more than 3 hours, even at 6:20.
Yeah.
Actually, at 6:20. So if everyone's fine with that, we can continue.
Yeah, I'm good
yeah.
to continue.
One
I
moment.
should be at least.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Marathon.
Yeah, no, it's not nothing saying I can't. Okay.
Sorry, it's taking a second. Okay. As you enter into this large tent, immediately it seems to drop by about 15 degrees as soon as you enter.
Is it cold in here? Or is it just me?
Feels like home a little bit.
You were expecting a woman hunched over a crystal ball, cackling at you. But a tall, 7.5 foot, straight backed, lanky woman is peering at you. Or she would be if there wasn't a cloth wrapped around her eyes. Faint bits of blood are pulling from her eyes.
Why is all the women here so tall?
She
It's
looks old but athletic. 75, 80. Straight back, staring at all of you equally. Welcome.
Hello.
Good evening.
You took your time to see me.
I didn't know
The
we had an
pitiful
appointment.
dreams you remembered know nothing. Sit. All of you.
Okay. To try to set.
Draws well.
Very well. Nira will.
Her head slowly turns to Niramore. You seek much, much. Keep your mind close to you. Your dagger even closer.
She'll
She
dip her
put-
head at that.
She turns to Dro. Careful words, young one. Careful with your arrogance.
I'm far older than you, young one.
Yes. You will find something. Search for the blind one, the cursed one. He has something for you. She turns to her son. Look toward the water. It hides many things. She turns to Tetrardia. Be careful. Your blood has too many words in it. Don't let it spill out.
Words. Oh,
Theron. Do not trust your savior. Solaris.
Oh,
You know not who you serve. Now, I have a small little gift for such great adventurers. Would you like my gift? Would you like to know what I know and what I can show you?
to try
Would
to
you like
kind
I
your
am
of
a-
fortunes read?
Hassan I will always accept any information that may give me an advantage in coming challenges.
indeed.
I will listen to anything you have to say.
Mm. Good. Good. She raises up her right hand and she presses it flat against the table in front of you. And she raises her right hand. You see something shooting out of her palm as sets of cards appear on the table.
Whoa.
And she quickly, as she raises up her hand, the card seems to move and start shuffling over themselves quickly. Moving back and forth. And then she reaches down and pulls one out. It shows a man holding what appears to be a skull on one hand, and to the left a sack of gold coins. It is labeled the Three of Coins, the Trader. Interesting. Something awaits for you all. Something of information, something of power. Look to the wizards of wines. In wood and sand, treasure hides. She flips it out to the table. Another card hand shoots into her hand. It is labeled the Four of Stars. Has a woman holding back what appears to be fire. Fire wreathing around her and moving around her, almost as if she's protecting something. Interesting. I see a fallen house, guarded by a great stone dragon. Look to the highest peaks for what you see. Shoots off away from her. She pulls out another one. This one, you see a pale face. A large scar across her neck. You see the face of Nereborn on this.
Nira starts looking very nervous.
The Five of Stars. The Elementalist. Another treasure, another friend, is hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain, guarded by amber. She shuffles, comes up. Another one shoots up. This one, it shows Solaris. It shows his chest broken, his ribs crushed, his hands reaching out for something in the distance. It is labeled a broken one, King of Diamonds.
Yo!
Oh, this means it is different. Not even my sight can see it all. She looks over at you, Solaris. Be careful. But I do see something. Our great ally. A great ally. But his mind is broken, destroyed. You must recover it if you seek help. This may be one of your greatest allies you can find. Keep note of this. His mind to be broken, like Solaris. She looks back at the card, gives a long, slow smile, look over at Solaris, and then near him more. And it shoots back away, underneath deck. She pulls out another one. And as she pulls up the last one, it is labeled the Dark Lord, King of Spades. Seated on a throne, piled high, you see your entire party. But Dro sits on top of the pile, staring down at you all. His gray eyes seems to be smiling. Faint bits of sparkle, faint. It almost seems animated for a quick second. And as she looks at it, there is a flash, and everything goes dark within it. And it immediately brightens back up. And the blood is now running, pouring out of her eyes. The worst fate you can meet. I do not envy you. He lurks in the depths of darkness, and the one place he must return. Seek death there, for you will find it. And she looks startled amongst this last one. And unlike the other ones, it slowly burns and falls to the ground. And she stops for a moment. And she looks like she's about to enter, like pick up the whole deck and file it away, until something shoots back in her hand. And she looks down surprised at it. And it turns over. You see Tetradia.
That's
you see Tetradia with 2 spears impaled amongst her thighs. She is screaming, blood pouring from her eyes, similarly to Madame Eva's. You will face much pain here, child. Keep your friends close. Keep loneliness away. And then it shoots out of her hand, and another one pops up. This one is of Theron. It shows Theron clutching at a helmet. The helmet seems to be... He's trying to pry it off, but he can't. And he almost seems moving for a second. And it stops in place. His eyes staring at you, trying to move the helmet, has been plucked out. He has seen too much, she says. When you find yourself seeking too much knowledge, you have gone too far. Be careful of the books. They are not your friend. And the card shoots back into the deck. And she slowly pulls herself together. And she looks up at all of you. Good luck. And that's where we will end the session.